Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through a campaign that I've ran personally. This is a campaign that I took from zero to $100,000, 50K of which is profit in about 3 weeks. So as you can see here, the date on this campaign, just this ad account overall says November 15th and there's $0 spent. So what I can do, I'll just exit this. So as you can see, all of the campaigns that I do create in this ad account, $0 spent, and then we go November 15th to December 7th, because the 16th is where I actually start. So actually, let's show you the 16th. So that's $14 I spent on the 16th, the first $14 that ever came through this account. So we'll go the 16th to the 7th. That's 3 weeks. And that's 49,272 spent, and I have a cost per purchase of $29.45. So that's on the text chemistry offer, and my CPA on text chemistry was around 60 bucks after I factored in refunds and also upsells and all that nice stuff. So my CPA was around $60. So what that works out to for you guys. So if I do 1,673 purchases, so 1,673 times about 60 bucks, so that works out to 100,380. So and then I would minus my ad spend down here, so it's 49,000. 49,272.64. So it was about $51,000 in profit. So I'm just going to walk you guys through exactly how I went about starting this campaign and go through it step by step based on my thought process when I was running this stuff. I actually haven't looked at this campaign in a pretty long time, so it's not fresh in my memory, but I'm just going to walk you guys through what I would think now looking at the campaign, going through it, and then the actions that I took based on how I was analyzing the data. So hopefully you guys can get a lot of value out of this. So let's dive right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the 16th. So $14.20 spent. I probably started this campaign really late at night, so one ad probably got approved like before midnight or something on this day, and then just ran 14 bucks. So I'm just going to jump ahead to the 17th because that's when the journey really begins, I think. All right, so just organize this by results. So this is the campaign that I was running. So organized it by results. What I did was I spent $600 on this campaign. So now what I did was I'm just going to jump in and show you guys my targeting. So I started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ad sets. So I spent $600 total, and my plan was just, as you can tell from these, was just to let it run and gather a lot of data. I selected a lot of natural targets to start, so let's just jump into these and see exactly what I did. So just targeting the United States to start. Women, I took a guess at the age, so 20 to 40 I thought would perform best for text chemistry, just a hunch. You know, women are generally trying to find a man early on, etc. So I just made that guess. So targeting was just dating. So, you know, super big reach, dating, super broad, 16 million people. And I put on Wi-Fi, as I do, and then just 1-day click. So that was my targeting on this ad set. And obviously I started with the purchase pixel, purchase event. And this is a brand new pixel, by the way. So this is my first go at text chemistry, and it just worked out really well. So purchase pixel is on for everything. So I'm just going to walk you through the rest of my targetings real quick. Dating site and apps. So purchase pixel again, 100 bucks a day. All of these I made them dynamic ads, so I'll go and show you guys that in a bit. United States, same age. I just hit the same age and location for all of these because you just want to give yourself like a good overall campaign data. So that's what I did. So the targeting here, I just clumped together, like as it says over here, dating site and apps. So I thought, probably best to just target a bunch of dating apps because, that's where people would go. Supernatural target. So did my Wi-Fi, one day click, and this is the same targeting, so it's just dating again, but it's a video. So I put dating, or this one's the video, sorry, but same one. This one I did images. This one just falling in love, so that's the only difference. And this one I did it broad, so no targeting at all. 57 million women in the United States, 20 to 40, and that's my targeting. So that's what I started out with. Oh, there's one more. So I did intimate relationship as well. So 20 to 40, United States, and intimate relationship. So just that simple. A bunch of really broad, natural targets. I'm going to go over and show you guys the ads that I made. So dating video. I made a little video here. So that type of stuff. So I made a dynamic ad with 5 texts, 5 headlines, 4 out of 5 newsfeed link descriptions, 2 buttons, and I did the same thing for every single one. The only difference is everything else, they've got images on it instead. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 images to start on these dynamic ads. So as you can see, all the same. Text is like all the same. You can see all the same emojis on there. Same, and same. So that's what I started off with. So this is after day 1, how they did. So I'm just going to dive into the stats here. So first of all, go to the campaign level and sort by results. So I'm going to open my breakdowns and check by age, see which ages performed the best. So here we can tell that 35 to 44 performed almost twice as good as 25 to 34. So that's just something to note. It's way too early to make any cuts on that. So I probably didn't do that. So let's move on. I know that I only targeted women and in the United States, so we're not going to check those. So let's see impression device. And here we see that iPhone did infinitely better than Android smartphone. So that is a really big difference. I'm probably going to take this iPhone and try some targeting just to iPhones because of this, because I mean, right off the bat, this is a huge difference. So iPhone's probably better, but we'll see. So I'm assuming I'm going to test that. And all these placements and stuff, it's way too early to check these. I've only spent like $600, so there's really no point in drilling down into them. So I'm just going to remove that, and we're going to check how the images performed. So I'm going to select this campaign and then just go into the ads, sort by my results. So as we can see, intimate relationship and broad didn't work out so well. So I've obviously killed these ads. I let them run long, probably because I just wanted to soak a bunch of data and just train the pixel. I'm not starting with a small budget, so I don't really care if I burn a little bit of money just to buy data. So that's probably my strategy going into this. That's usually my strategy going into everything. So that's probably what I did. And now let's just sort our dynamic creatives a little bit, see if anything stands out. So this dating video worked out pretty nice. That's pretty good. So that's to note. This boardwalk image here did $20 per purchase, 2 purchases. So that's nice, but it could be a fluke. So this image, 3 purchases is not a fluke. So I'm gonna guess that I took this image out and I probably played with it a little bit and just at least put this image in alone because it's doing really well. So that's probably what I did with this. This image, 2 purchases. Okay, that's cool, but it could be a fluke. So here's something interesting. So this image did 1 sale on this different targeting. So that's 3 purchases for this image this round. So it's probably a winner, but still could just be a fluke. And broad, this one sucked wind, so it's all right. So let's check our text now, see if any text stands out. Just gonna go to the top. Okay, so 2 and 2, so that's all right. 1, 1 and 1, so that's nothing special. 3, so here we go. So what makes a man obsessed with a woman? That's a pattern, again, so that's cool. Good to know. This targeting is probably a winner. And here it is again. So it made 3 here and 2 here. So that's 5 total purchases this round for this text. So this text is probably good. Oh, there's 6. So really good text. 7, wow. So what I probably should do is pull this text out and pair it with that winning image, because both are showing a pattern that they're, making purchases. They're really, really good. They're making purchases overall on the overall campaign across different targetings. So what I should probably do is pull those out and pair them with a winning headline, if I can find one. So 2 and 2, so that's all right. 1, 1 and 1, it's okay. So signs of a man really loves a woman. That's got 3, and it's got 2 here, so it's got 5. So this one's doing really well. $14 a purchase here, and then 19 here. Why men want to commit, so that did 1 up here, and none. Okay. So the other one's still a winner. And is he really losing interest? So that's not that good. Just 1, just 1. Okay. And the description. So let's see that. You'll be shocked. Make him commit today. Do you love me? Okay, so there's a pattern. So there's 3. You'll be shocked. So that's still a pattern as well. So that's good. So that headline's good as well. But we'll see what I did. So all in all, we found some creatives that are working really well. We found out that iPhones are crushing, so that's really good. So let's see what I did with the data. So I'm just going to select the 16th to the 18th now. And go see the campaign data. So sort by results. And check our age. So the ages end up relatively similar now overall. So the one that was doing bad kind of got a little bit better, and the one that was doing good did a little bit worse. So that's why I was saying there's not enough data to determine anything yet. So let's check the impression device, see how iPhones are doing. So those got a lot worse actually overnight. So it's like $10 worse, I think. So that's cool. Good to know, but still too early to do anything with this. I don't really have too much data yet. So go back over to the ads and let's see what I did. So just based on the naming conventions here, I have done some iPhone ad sets. So iPhone only, I'm going to assume that's the targeting that I did. So iPhone parties. So I tried parties and only to iPhone, I'm assuming. Yep. So all of these that say iPhone are probably only to iPhone, and I've just tried some new targeting with them to try and optimize. So this iPhone parties one did extremely well, $11.21. So I tried some new targetings, it seems like. So I did marriage, flirting, love, nightlife and nightclubs. So let's check out what I did with the images. So for this one, it has a different image, so I'm assuming it's not the dynamic. Yeah, so it seems like what I did here was I did pull out the winning combos, and I just kind of went with this to test a bunch of new interests. So the iPhone plus flirting, plus marriage, plus love, this was all this really good combo that was winning for me last time. So I used what the data was telling me, and I just pulled out the winning combos, and then I used that to test new interests safely, because if I were to take the creatives that weren't as good and test these interests, maybe these interests would have done worse. So I'm just trying to preserve capital as I kind of go through this. So I did marriage, love. These didn't really work. So one sale, I'm starting to kill these because I'm starting to kill them at 1-to-1 CPA because I've found my good creatives. So I don't actually need to get data on this to know that this is a winner. So I just need to find the right audience now. So I'm probably going to keep looking with this unless it starts doing really bad. So yeah, so that's why I targeted the new interests with this. So now let's see how the images are doing. So this video is still doing pretty strong, still doing pretty well. 2486, I'm profitable on this. And then this image continues to do well. So this one was doing well last time. 5 purchases, 20 bucks. So that's good. This one's obviously crushing it because it's a good combo, and parties seems to be a good targeting for it. So this image continues to do well over here. And this one did well with nightlife and nightclubs, the combo. Here's that dragging image again. I don't know if that was the buying from last round or not, but here's that boardwalk image again. And just a random. Yeah. So, okay. So let's go back to the top and check our text. So this image is still doing well. Some of the other copies are catching up. So this one's doing good at 12 bucks. Spent less. So this one's still doing really well over here. And doing really well over here. So this ad copy is proving more and more that it's a winner. So I'm probably going to focus more on that. Here again. Yeah, here's another just single sale. Yeah. Okay. And headline now. Gets a man to commit. Okay, so there's our what makes a man absolutely devoted to you. So this one's doing well today. So this one continues to do well. Probably going to focus on that one at some point. But are you guys starting to see that stuff is just standing out? Like certain headlines, certain texts, and all that, they're just starting to stand out. Like newsfeed, link descriptions, images, all that. They're just starting to show like which ones I should focus on. So all I'm going to do from here on is just keep following the trail of breadcrumbs. I'm probably not going to just keep opening up the dynamic creative assets because we made it through 2 days and it's been a while on the video. I don't want to keep you guys forever on this video. But the point is, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in here and just optimizing the data based on what the data shows me. So I'm going to be plugging in headlines and stuff that's been working, and with the best combos, taking them out, testing new interests with them. So I'm just going to start going a little bit quicker through stuff. But one thing that I want you guys to notice as well, so I'm going to sort by amount spent, is that down here I've got some losers. So iPhone plus engagement, I spent 54 bucks. No sales. This combo, the best combo plus dating, made no sales. Really obvious interest, no sales. So I'm not winning all the time. You know what I mean? Like, in fact, I'm probably not even that positive on this campaign right now. Like, I'm probably, depending on refunds and stuff, I might be even close to break even. So, and this is after 1,400 spent, right? So I'm spending a lot, like really, really fast, but it's because I want to get the data back as fast as I can, and then I want to optimize it as fast as I can so I can scale as fast as I can. So because I saw some good stuff on day one, day one's what really did it for me. Day one I had every ad set make a sale. So I know that this offer is a winner because I made a bunch of sales, and so that's why I'm kind of like leaning into it now. But just wanted you guys to know that it's not all roses, for me. So and this campaign ended up a $50,000 winner in 3 weeks. So this campaign, you know, $50, not doing too well. This one either. So 96, 96, like these are a bunch of them that I probably killed. So I've only got, at this point, I'm a couple days in, so like I'm 2 days in. I've spent $1,400, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 ad sets that are winning out of a bunch, like probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then let's assume this is another like 6, you know, so 15 ad sets. I got 4 winners after spending $1,500. So it's not all roses, you know, you have to optimize no matter what. So let's just keep moving on. So 16 to 19. So you see the campaign. So overall, the campaign is pretty break-even-ish. It's not that good. You know, I mean, it's not bad either, though. You know, so 4502, and I began to open the pixel up because these ages, you know, the 35 to 44 and the 25 to 34 weren't working out too well. They weren't doing spectacular, so I probably just opened it up to give the pixel more room to breathe. And as you can see, you know, 18 to 24, not that good. 45 to 54, not that good. So go back into the campaign, and we're just going to get out of this age. Oh, actually, let's go back and check our impression devices as well. So iPhone's doing kind of worse than before. Android smartphone's getting slightly better, so that's nice. So let's go into the campaign. So ads seem to be doing a little bit better on the whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 that are doing all right now. This dating site and apps, that's 11 purchases. That's the most purchases I have. I'm probably going to start weighing into this one because it's given me some clues. So this dating audience seems to be doing all right, so I'm duplicating that a little bit. This combo is doing well. iPhone plus parties, so I'm keeping that one alive. And so as you can see here, I've duplicated the dating site and apps, and it seems like I used that boardwalk image exclusively. So I think that's what I did because this one was doing well, if you guys remember. So just following the clues some more. So I did nightlife because nightlife was a good targeting that was working for me. And I paired it with this boardwalk image because I'm just, you know, throwing stuff against the wall and seeing if something sticks. So I've just kept the dynamic ad here because just decided to, but this image I wanted to test by itself. Results pretty poor, honestly, it looks like. So more dating site and apps that I've tested, and these ones I'm sure I've killed. So let's move on. So 16 to 20. And the results are still kind of similar. So let's check the ages. And as you can see, the numbers got a lot better. So some of the ones that were showing really horrible amount per purchase, 16 to 19, if we go back a day, this one was at 138 per purchase yesterday, and the other one was at 113. So these got exponentially better just because I gave it a little bit more spend and a little bit more time. So just wanted you guys to take note of that. So go back to here, it's made some purchases, it's kind of evening out. So this probably tells me the pixel is fine doing broader, so it's actually probably helping that I've opened up the pixel a little bit. So that's just something to note. And once again, iPhone gets a little bit worse, and Android smartphone gets a little bit better. Android tablet just snaked a sale there, so that's nice. Got a sale on desktop, so that's okay. So let's go back into the campaign and see what I changed for targeting. So our dating site in apps is doing a little bit better. Dating is okay. Dating vids kind of falling off. So I might consider cutting this soon. 426 in spend. That's a lot for it to start kind of dying off. So that's fine. I can just kill it, maybe redupe. This parties one still is doing kind of worse. It was doing really well before. Now it's just doing good. So I see a V2 here. So I'm assuming, based on knowing myself, that I'm testing some new creatives at this point. So let's see. Let's find a V2. So yeah, as you can see, these images are completely different. Some of them are the same, but I've targeted just a completely different set of images because I'm thinking, you know what, this offer definitely does work. Let's just see if these images can hit better than the other ones. So I'm trying them out. So different images, that probably means I hit some different text too. So let's find a V2. V2. So yeah, I'm testing a whole different round of creatives this time today. So this is just so that I can really dial in on what's going to be a winner. Like I see if I can find some new winners because there have been a couple creatives that are doing pretty well, and I already know this. So I'm going to be plugging them in over and over and over again just to find better audiences. But I'm also wanting to see if I can use these new creatives to find something even better or just to tap in. So it seems like I've put up some, I've got the dating apps. I'm still hitting that. Dating apps vid. So I tried the video with the dating apps targeting. Didn't work. And probably have a bunch of new losing ad sets. So I tried so let's see, is this just the completely, yeah. All right, so this is the dynamic ad. So I'm trying just single, and as you can see, I've opened up my ages a little bit. So I'm doing 25 to 55 over here. I've tried the boyfriend targeting, so I'm opening up some new interests, seeing if I can find the right audience. I've tried the bachelor group, so that's pretty decent, I thought, but obviously it didn't work. Spent 60 bucks for no results. Engagement, so I'm assuming that's like engagement, like weddings. So that didn't work. Tried flirting, didn't work. Engagement ring, romance novels, online dating service. So these are my losers, I think, from before. I have iPhone plus romance love, so that was another one. Nightlife video I tried. So trying a lot of stuff, you guys, and it's not hitting, right? So I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff up against the wall. I'm not giving up. Like I've spent $3,000. It's not necessarily a losing campaign. It's probably breaking even-ish around here, like probably a little bit positive maybe. But I am throwing a bunch of stuff against the wall, and a bunch of stuff is failing. So look at all these campaigns or these ad sets with no sales, right? So I'm still trying to optimize because I've seen something that I think I can make it work. We do have some ad sets that are doing pretty decent, so I'm just going to keep going through the days. So we're going to go back to our campaign. So 94 purchases at this point. Let's check our ages. So ages are kind of evening out, as you can see. So 34, 34, 39, 34, 55, 56. So that's good. The pixel's really liking the more reach. So I'm probably going to keep that up. I'm probably going to open it up to 65 plus as well because, you know what, why not? So let's check our impression devices. And the iPhone's kind of stabilized at around 37, 38 bucks. Android's still kind of sucking wind. Tablet as well. So we'll see what I do. We'll see what I do with this. Probably just going to keep it open because the Pixel's liking the other the more reach on the ages, so I'm probably going to keep that open. So let's go inside to the ad sets and see what it did. So dating, let's go by amount spent here. So these are the ad sets that I've just been keeping alive. So this one's probably been killed at 47 bucks. Don't like that. So dating's working, the dating targeting, dating apps and stuff. So I'm probably like, these are my best. So I'm probably going to be hitting those audiences pretty hard. Parties is still going strong, maintaining. So falling in love, tried that. That's probably killed. This dating apps. So it looks like some of the new targeting is hitting. So I'm probably just going to have a quick browse into the images to see which images are working. Okay, so these two images seem to be doing pretty well. It's just the guy with the sweater holding a phone. So, and it's kind of a pattern too, because it's just two guys in the sweater holding the phone. They have a different expression on their face. So that's the only difference between the two images. And I just remember this. So that's nice. Let's check out the text. So there's a reason, men ignore text messages. So this is doing good. This is doing good. So this copy is doing pretty good across the new ad copy. So a couple other ones are doing a little bit of something. This is the old one. Oops. And this is another V2. This one's got 6, so that's really good. Probably going to be hitting that a little bit. Let's check the headlines. So that's a pattern as well. When a man ignores a woman, send this text. So that's probably a good one. So this keeps doing increasingly well. Those are pretty average. Well, this one's looking good. 15 purchases. So we're dialing in. We're dialing in. So pretty soon I'm probably going to stop doing all these dynamic ads, because honestly that's probably why my results are 42.23, is because I'm just testing all these different things, and some of them are all right. Like these cost per purchases are good. So this dating apps, dating site and apps, targeting is pretty good, and these whatever images I'm using here are obviously working just fine. So this image just absolutely crushing it, actually. So starting to see some good things with this campaign. So let's see the description. You'll be shocked. So 20 purchases on here, so that's really nice. Yeah, these are okay. 13 purchases on this description. So this is the one that we took for our for our group of ads that we tested at the start that we pulled out. And this is doing well as well. So seeing lots of potential. So let's see. So I'm starting to kill some a little bit earlier now. Only spending 38 bucks on some of these before I'm killing them. This one got disapproved. So just still testing some new interests and stuff, but I'm focusing on this V2 a little bit. So I'm testing these new images, probably because I saw the sweater guys doing so well. So I'm just trying to branch out and get these images tested. So let's move on. So numbers got just a tiny bit better, buck better, I think. Let's go check our campaigns. So check the age. So the ages are evening out. This one's not doing too hot. 55 to 64. So So 25 to 34 is starting to do a little bit better overall. That's okay. And these ones are still, it's not really helping me too much. So just want you guys to notice at the beginning, I was targeting iPhones because I thought the iPhone was going to be absolutely great. But it turns out it wasn't. So, you know, it is better than these, but it's still not doing amazing. So this was, you know, a good hint, but I don't think in the end that it was something that the iPhone's just going to be way more profitable in the end. And I don't think it does end up being. So I think Android catches right up at some point. So I followed the clues. It didn't work out. So I opened the Pixel up and we're going to let the Pixel learn on Android and hopefully it comes back. So we're going to go back into the ads. And results. So dating site and apps, crushing. Dating doing all right. Let's go by cost per result. So one of the new ones, the V2, is doing well. 16 bucks per purchase. That's a new one on the day. So that's a really good ad set that day. Dating apps, again, dating site and apps. So starting to see a pattern. Romance and single. So that's doing all right. And that's a V2 again. So these V2 images are working. These are my lowest cost per purchases, and this is with the completely new set of images that I've been testing. So V2s, again, down here, dating, site, and apps, so they're doing okay. This is Boardwalk here. So that's just, I didn't name that one, so that's okay. So I'm just letting them roll a little bit. I think I'm testing some new stuff like parties again with the V2. So nightlife, falling in love, just testing a bunch of new interests at this point. So let's move on. So results got a little bit better today. So on the 23rd, so it's been a week, spent about $6 grand, and the results got a little bit better. So let's go to our campaigns. So at this point, I'm just going to speed up. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you guys get the point. You've seen my formula. So what I do, you know, just go to the campaign, check the breakdowns, go to the ads, check what's working, make new tests based on what's working, and that's really it. So I'm just going to start going day by day, really quickly, and show you guys how I got to 50K or 100K. So not going to spend too much time in this ad tab. I'm going to spend it mostly over on the campaign tab, and you'll see my campaigns as they evolve. So from here, I'm pretty sure what I usually do, once the results starting to get better overall, I'll start duping out winners into new campaigns, and then from there, I'm just going to start scaling up. So I've seen lots of good results. It's been like a full week. So let's see where tomorrow leads us. So yep, just like I thought. So I'm trying a budget optimization campaign here. So I'm spending $1,000 daily on this. And the results, as you can see, got a little bit better in the TextCam, the main campaign. So what did I do in here? So budget optimization, I just tested out, so 25 to 34. So this was my best age. I just went in here and I tested a whole bunch of stuff. So look at all these interests. How many do I have? 15 different interests. So I'm assuming these are new, with a couple of them mixed in that I might have tested before that did well. So that's probably what I did. And as you can see, some of them worked out. Some of them didn't. So got some decent results. But anyway, so we can go back to the campaign level. So And we're going to check our breakdown super fast. So 25 to 34 is popping off. That's why I did this campaign with the 25 to 34s, because this is my best age, and I really wanted to split test this in a big way. So that's what I did that for. And impression devices, are they catching up yet? Nope. So desktop's doing all right, but that's just 3 purchases, so we'll see where that goes. So let's go to the 25th. So results not too much different here. Got a bunch of purchases. I'm sure I got a bunch of good data in here to optimize. So let's see cost per result. So yeah, so single, sexual attraction. So sexual attraction is doing really well. And a couple more. So online dating group again, I'm hitting still. So I brought that one over from before. But these are doing all right. So I'm seeing some decent results. Still optimizing. So let's check the next day. And as you can see here, I've done a second budget optimization campaign, but I've changed the ages, it seems. Yeah, so I've done 18 to 65 instead, and it seems to be all of the same, most of the same at least, interests. And this campaign did really well in comparison. The overall campaign on $1,000 did $25 per purchase. That's really good. So I opened up the Pixel, and the results were really good. So that means it was a good idea back then for me to actually just open up the Pixel. The results from the ages here aren't too good, but that's okay because the Pixel's learning, right? So the Pixel's learning, and I just saw that the budget optimization campaign, you know, here with the ages, probably doesn't do as well as I wanted it to. So I just opened up the ages. So maybe I did some market research. Actually, that might have been what happened. But either way, that was my decision, and that was the result. So let's go to the next day. So here, oops, I've pulled out bars, it seems, and alcoholic beverages. So those were probably my 2 best targetings. This budget optimization campaign is just starting to crank. That's 2 days in a row, you know, to spend 2 grand at 23, 25, so it's really working. This one, I did them smaller budget optimization campaigns. So just going to this one, show you guys real quick. So yeah, marriage plus single. So I'm starting to add that here. So I've narrowed down with single because marriage probably worked on its own, and then I wanted to try, you know, single. People who are into marriage, like want to be married, but they're single. So, and then as you can see, like all of these numbers, they're pretty solid. Like 1575 off 12 purchases, 11 purchases 782 or 1782. So all these interests are good. And honestly, for the images, what am I using? So I've narrowed down the dynamic ad, it seems, here to about 5 images. So I'm optimizing, and the results are showing. So yeah, this image is just still cranking. So we had hints of this at the very start. This image is absolutely cranking on every single ad set. So the Pixel just knows that, you know, that's where it's at. This guy was obviously a winner from version 2. So this guy's doing well here. And this image just keeps cranking. This one was an early winner as well. So let's see about the text. Have I optimized the text as well? I'm assuming not quite yet. And the headlines, not quite yet. So all I've done really was I've optimized the images and oops. So I've optimized the images, and I've opened up the Pixel to 18 to 65 plus on campaign budget optimization. So I'm letting the AI do the work for me. and just made those changes, and it's starting to work. So I'm seeing some pretty good results. So I bet you I'm about to scale up pretty big at this point coming into the weekend. So let's see, or actually first, bars. So yeah, I just duped out 10 different bars. Killed this one for some reason, it didn't work. And I did the same for alcoholic beverages, I assume, just a ton of alcoholic beverages. And this one, wow, just really took off. So I killed all the rest of them and then just kept this one. So 16th to the 28th. So I'm starting to hit lookalikes now because, like I said, I'm probably going to start scaling. So what did I spend actually? 16th to the 27th, yeah, 13,500, and then I've spent another, you know, 4 grand. So I spent 4 grand that day, and I'm doing well. So this cost per result continues to get lower. This is my initial campaign. I'm probably going to start killing it soon because I don't know. I mean, I don't need to keep it running anymore. It got me off to my good start. I've pulled out what I need from it. And I've also started doing some manual bidding. So this cost cap, so I'm starting to do some manual bidding, meaning I'm really confident at this point that I've found something that I can scale with. So I'm probably going to be running one creative, one text, one headline, just the one winner combo pretty soon. So I took out my losers from the dynamic ads, and I'm just trying to lap up all the rest of the purchases I can out of the losing images. So I'll just show you guys that really quick. So I probably took my best performing targetings, and then I put the losing images that weren't doing as hot in there. So yeah, these images probably just lost really bad in comparison to the dominant images. So I took out the dominant images, and maybe sometimes when you do this, you get one or two that just pop off. I'm not sure if that happened this time, but let's go back here. So the alcoholic beverages doing a little bit worse. Bars doing a little bit worse. So this could just be a bad day for the ads. So I started some manual bidding on cost cap. And so I took physical exercise, so 33 cap. So this is just manual bidding. Cost cap, when you go in here, it's just a bidding strategy. So when the average cost per purchase reaches 33 bucks, it's going to shut off my ad. Well, not shut it off, but it's just going to stop spending. So cost cap is one of the manual bidding strategies that I prefer the most because it just works really nice, honestly. It plays with your budget pacing and everything. So here we've got a couple that are doing good, one that did abysmally bad. So I'm spending 300 bucks a day on all of these, couple at 600 bucks a day. Those are probably later on. So this budget campaign right here is still going strong, and I did some lookalikes. So I'm doing visitors by time spent, 10%, 5% lookalike, 2% lookalike, 10% for VBTS, 5%. So these are all just a bunch of different lookalike types that we're going to be showing you guys later on. But a couple of them worked extremely well, so that's a good sign. And I'm just going to move on. 16th to the 29th. So as you can see, my cost per result, so today, doing really good at this point. All my results, except for this one, which I'm probably going to kill pretty soon, are under 35 bucks. So the campaign's really starting to work. I'm probably profitable at this point, and just looking to hammer as much money through as I possibly can. So these are doing okay. Not sure how much longer I'm going to keep them alive though. So I'm probably starting to kill some of these budget optimization campaigns. I'm assuming probably not going to keep losers on for too long. So all I'm doing at this point is just optimizing and scaling. So I'm going to be starting to focus on my cost caps really hard because manual bidding is the end game strategy. That's how you scale. So I'm going to be really focusing on some of my manual bidding. So here, this one's going really good. Spent $490 to make $18 per purchase. So anything that's got a good value here, I'm just going to keep it alive. And I'm assuming that I probably got only one image in there at this point. Nope, still running the dynamic. That's okay. So let's move on. So kind of muddling along. It seems like I pulled out one image and I wanted to test it alone. It didn't do so hot. This campaign I probably killed it. The lookalikes, I'm not sure if those are still alive, so just let me check really quick. So at this point, I've got, yeah, so that campaign that I pulled out, so this is just November 30th. I'm just choosing the day to see if it's still open. I tried scaling this one with lookalikes. I tried to scale this image as well. So let's see. So just keeping the best ones alive at this point. So let's just see. Yeah, it's still got it on dynamic, but it's just that single image that I'm trying to see if I can really find a good bucket with. Cost cap, not spending too heavy on the cost cap. My text cam original campaign, I've probably killed a ton of ad sets in there. It's only spent 136 bucks today, so I'd probably have like one going, honestly. Yeah, I got like this one going still because it's just doing well, and that one. So some campaigns are winding down. I'm killing off the losing stuff and I'm keeping the winning stuff going. I'm really doubling down and like trying to go big on the winning stuff. So let's get my 16th back. So we're closing in on the final week. So I'm going to spend $20,000 this week by the looks of it. So the text chem campaign's probably nearing an end at this point. I think I turn it off here because it's only got 2 left. The cost cap is starting to do really well. And a couple other things. So I've got a lot of campaigns going at this point. So this is just for today. So I spent 5,000 today. I spent 5,000 that day. So on December 1st, at 2809. So I'm paid $5,000 for all these purchases. So 178 times 60 bucks on average. That's my CPA. So 10,000. So I doubled my money today, or December 1st. So 10 grand on this. So I'm really trying to spend as heavy as I can. And I'm going to be dialing in on exactly only the images that are working, only the targeting. As you can see, mostly lookalikes, so that I'm hitting lookalikes, and I'm going heavier on the cost cap. So the most I spent today was on my cost cap, which is my manual bidding, meaning I'm moving more and more towards exactly what's working only and just not doing anything else. So let's continue on. So December 2nd. So I spent two grand on the cost cap. Didn't spend as much that day. Must have just been killing a little bit. But 24.36 per purchase. Yeah, it seems like I was trimming. So I was just trimming the fat on this day. But look at these results. You know, getting really dialed in with the campaigns. So I'm just killing what's losing, and I'm just duplicating what's winning at this point. So that's really like all I'm doing. I'm just trying to milk as much money out of this thing as I possibly can. So, and then that's all I'm going to be doing all week. So the third, spend a couple grand more. Then the fourth, and then the numbers are getting a little bit lower, the cost. So investing more heavily in the cost cap, the manual bidding, and the lookalikes. So the fifth, the cost caps have overtaken the purchases of the original campaign at this point. So I'm going to bet you that I'm hitting the exact same creative here. Yeah, so I think that's exactly what I'm doing. So I only have one image here. I have one text. I have one headline and one newsfeed link description. So remember, I started out with like a bunch. So like 5 texts, 5 headlines, 5 news feeds, and 5 or 10 images. And I've narrowed it down to one winning combo. And look at how well the combo is doing. So $7.59 per purchase on the best one. And this Romance Love probably ended up to be my best targeting as well, just assuming just based on that number. So I'm probably hitting that in all my manual bidding as well, just that specific creative combo. So I'm going to go in here, look at the ones that are making sales today. So the manual bidding is not doing too well that day. So I'm just going to hop in here and see what I'm hitting. So this image as well. And this one's still a dynamic ad, but I'm only running a single text. So this image and that other image, if you guys remember, those were the ones that really stood out at the beginning, and they've apparently just held true right to the end. So let's go on. So the 6th to 16th. And we're almost there. So mostly just spending on cost cap at this point, I think. Yeah, so $1,600. And these days I've probably just been trimming. So I've been trimming down and just not really publishing. So I've just been letting my winners run. Yeah, so I scaled up a little bit on the night of the 4th. And then the 5th, spent a little bit more. And then the 6th, I'm trimming. And then the 7th, I probably started scaling up for the weekend. So yeah, I started scaling up for the weekend again, and then I just keep on going, and then I would repeat the cycle all over again. So at this point, my pixel is super seasoned. You know, it's just really super dialed in. So I've got my creatives that are working. I'm hitting manual bidding. I'm doing a bunch of lookalikes. At this point, I could probably just target whatever I wanted. Honestly, and make some sales with it. Might not necessarily be super profitable. But at the end of the day, the pixel is just so dialed at this point that it's absolutely crushing. So at this point, I just went on to make a bunch more money with this offer. And honestly, that's why we have it in the Academy, because it's a really good offer. I did really well with it. But the point is, I really hope you guys got some value out of this, just seeing kind of how my mind works when I'm working through a campaign. There's a ton of little nugs in here. This has been pretty advanced. So for those of you who are new that are watching this, that's just kind of going way too fast for you, I'm sorry, but this video would have been 16 hours if I really took my time to explain everything and move slow. So for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, who could kind of relate to what I'm saying with all these things, I hope you guys got a bunch of good value and a bunch of good nugs out of this. And for those of you who are a bit new watching this, again, you guys can just watch this again and again over the course of your journey, because 50,000 profit in 3 weeks doesn't get old. So if you guys get a little bit better and then watch it again, it might make sense. So just wanted to give you guys this insight into you know, how I do my campaigns, and this is pretty much how I roll every single time. And you'll notice that this is exactly how we've been teaching you to operate as well. And we're going to be showing you all of the advanced strategies that I was using, like the manual bidding and etc. in the academy. So there you go, guys. That's 0 to 100 grand in 3 weeks.